We gaan onmiddellijk beginnen met de opstelling voor vandaag. Dus Jeffers in de goal, geen Mignolet vandaag. Sabbe, Ordonez, Mechelen en de Kuiper, dat blijft hetzelfde. In het middenveld geen Onyedika, want die is geschorst en wordt vervangen door Vetlessing. Die gaat dan samen met Yashari en Van Aken het middenveld bevolken. En vooraan is het Talbi, Vermand en Solis. Daar komt niks meer aan veranderen.
Oké, we gaan jullie niet langer in spanning laten wachten, want we hebben een beetje vertraging. Iedereen heeft vertraging vandaag, zelfs de spelers van Gent hebben vertraging. Dus, ze hadden niet gezien dat er veel was. Dus we gaan hem erbij roepen, want hij is wel echt speciaal voor jullie. Dus graag een daverend applaus, want hier is voor jullie Matthew Ryan! You are playing now in France. How is it there?
Yeah, it's playing quickly again after being in Rome and not getting so much game time. But yeah, I've been on a bit of a journey since obviously leaving the great times here and almost back home, so you never know one day,
It's not so far anymore. Christine has some questions from the supporters.
Yeah, a lot of fans asked a lot of questions, so I picked a few. One question is, what is your favorite memory from your time here at Bruges?
Definitely the fan support, having the song that they used to sing as well, and yeah, after all the matches or before every match coming out here and having them sing the song behind the goal or even the away matches, and a close second or just on par is the win against Anderlecht in the cup final.
In 3 days we're there again against Anderlecht,
Of course I know, I'm always following and I'll be supporting for sure.
That's great, that's great. What do you miss the most about Bruges or Belgium?
Well, I mean, the football club for starters. I think, coming here and having my first European experience with Club Bruges, you didn't make a good start for my clubs afterwards because the standard that, the support showed for not only the club but myself as a player, I mean, started that real special connection, and I kind of thought that maybe that's just the norm, for clubs and players over here in Europe, but I found on my journey in my career until now something special that I had during my time here that hasn't been repeated in my other clubs, and for that I can only be thankful and grateful.
Someone wants to know, what's your favorite Belgian food, and do you miss that food sometimes?
It's got to be the chocolate, a little guilty pleasure here and there, but yeah, being an athlete, I've got to be selective on the moments and when I can enjoy, but chocolate's always a good thing.
Okay, another interesting question, if there could be one player from your favorite team here at the club that you could pick to play with today, who would you pick?
Probably have to say, probably Victor Vasquez. a school friend of mine. Obviously, everyone remembers him fondly as well. He had a lot of success here at the club, and we still stay in contact and keep in touch and talk about the memories here at Club Brugge very much. And it's close between a lot of players, but I'll say him.
Okay, great. One more question, and it's a question that every former player gets. Is there any chance you want to come back and play for Club Brugge again in your career?
I think everyone already knows the answer to that. I sort of said it in the first statement I made when I come up here, but you obviously have a great goalkeeper in Simon, who's done very well obviously for the club and helped the club and himself achieve great things here, but you never say never. I mean it's a special place, and if the opportunity comes up, I would definitely seriously consider the option to do so. It would be very hard to say no to, but I would love to come back and hopefully continue to more success with the club.
Yeah, never say never. That's a good one. Okay, let's go.
Nice!